Okay, so get this. We are diving deep into AI video generation today.
Ooh, very cool.
It's been causing like a major splash online,
Yeah,
and honestly, it's pretty mind-blowing.
it is. Yeah.
Just imagine like typing out a scene, like
Uh-huh.
a robot dog walking through like a futuristic city, and
Yeah.
boom, you've got an instant video.
Crazy.
That is Sora.
Uh-huh.
Brand new tool from the minds behind ChatGPT.
Rip.
We're going to break it all down, explain it all.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had text-to-image AI for a while now,
Right.
but Sora is like a whole other
Yeah.
ball game.
Totally.
It's not just, throwing some stock footage together.
Right.
This thing has been trained on like massive amounts of data.
Yeah.
So it can actually like understand your text descriptions.
Oh, wow.
Like how ChatGPT understands language,
Right.
but it's doing it visually.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've seen some of those early examples online, and I was
Yeah.
like, whoa,
Yeah.
blown away.
It's pretty amazing.
So how does that even work?
Um,
Is it really that simple?
well, I mean, yeah, on the surface, it seems simple.
Yeah.
You give it a text prompt, hit enter, and boom, you've got a video.
Right.
But like under the hood, it's incredibly complex.
Oh, I bet.
We're talking like a diffusion model
Uh-huh.
trained on tons and tons of video data,
Yeah.
and it allows it to generate every frame
Wow.
pixel by pixel
Wow.
based on what you've written.
That's crazy.
And get this,
What?
it can also animate still images.
Oh, wow.
So you can like breathe life into them
Oh, really?
or even modify existing videos.
Wow.
It's giving creators just like a wild amount of control.
So you're saying, like, I could take a photo
Uh,
from my last vacation or something
Yeah,
and make it come to life.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You could add motion, change the background.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, even add elements that weren't in the original picture.
Right.
Wow. Like the potential is just massive.
Okay, so how do we get our hands on this thing?
So OpenAI is rolling it out through Sora.com
Okay.
for ChatGPT subscribers.
Okay.
And they've got two different tiers.
Uh-huh.
You've got ChatGPT Plus, which lets you, kind of play around with 50 videos
Okay.
at 5 seconds each
Got it.
in 720p,
Okay.
while ChatGPT Pro gives you 500 videos
Wow.
at 20 seconds each
Okay.
with 1080p resolution
Got it.
and then some extra perks.
Cool.
Yeah, so they seem to be targeting
Yeah.
everyone from curious people to professionals
Yeah.
who need like, a little bit more power.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But I feel like I remember hearing something about Sora not being available everywhere.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that? You won't find it in Europe and the UK right now.
Oh, wow.
There are some regulatory hurdles they haven't cleared yet.
So red tape is keeping Sora on hold in some places.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a mix of things.
Okay.
Data privacy is a big one in Europe.
Right.
And then there are also just concerns about
Yeah.
AI ethics and potential misuse.
Right.
Those are still being debated.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how those issues get ironed out
Yeah.
and when, or even if,
Yeah.
Sora gets the green light in those regions.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those who do have access,
Uh-huh.
what's the experience like?
It's like a creative playground.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I mean, you can generate your own videos.
Yeah.
But there's also like a whole community aspect
Oh, cool.
where you can, explore and get inspired
Mm,
by what other people are creating.
that's cool.
It fosters collaboration, sparks new ideas.
So it's like an Instagram
Yeah.
for AI generated videos.
Right.
That sounds
Yeah.
pretty game changing.
Yeah, it could.
But also like a potential minefield.
You're right.
Yeah.
There's always the risk of misuse with something like this.
Yeah.
Think misinformation, deep
Right.
fakes,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But OpenAI has been pretty upfront
Okay.
about their strict content moderation policies.
Good.
Yeah, so anything illegal, violent,
Mm-hmm.
explicit is totally off limits.
Okay, that's reassuring. But how do they actually moderate all that content?
I mean, they're using a combination of automated systems and human review.
Oh, okay.
And interestingly,
Yeah.
Aditya Ramesh,
Uh-huh.
their VP of research,
Okay.
really emphasized the importance of
Yeah.
user feedback in refining those
Mhm.
systems
Right.
and policies.
Oh, okay.
So it sounds like they're really trying to build this responsibly and
Okay, fine.
transparently.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which brings us to a a slightly controversial topic.
Okay.
I've heard some whispers about artists not being fairly compensated during Sora's development. Can you maybe shed some light on that?
Yeah, I mean, you're touching on a very sensitive issue.
Yeah.
Some artists involved in the early testing phases
Okay.
raised concerns about
Yeah.
not receiving adequate compensation
Yeah.
for their contributions.
Right.
And it really reignited this much larger debate
Mm-hmm.
that's been brewing in the AI world,
Right.
the question of copyright
Mm.
and how to fairly credit and remunerate artists
Yeah.
when AI is playing such a
Yeah.
significant role in the creative process.
It's a tough one.
It is, yeah.
Because, on one hand, you have this incredible potential of AI
Right.
to enhance and expand creativity.
Mhm.
But then on the other hand,
Yeah.
you have like very legitimate concerns about ownership, attribution,
Right.
the potential displacement of human artists.
Exactly, yeah.
It's tricky.
And Sora's found itself
Yeah.
right in the middle of this complex debate,
Right.
which honestly is far from settled.
Yeah, so Sora isn't just about the tech itself.
Right.
It's about how we deal with
Yeah.
these really big questions about the future of art and creativity
Uh-huh.
in an AI powered world.
Absolutely.
I'm curious, what are like your initial thoughts on this?
Well, I think what's striking to me is
Yeah.
Sora is forcing us to confront these issues head on,
Right.
which,
Yeah,
in a way, that's a good thing.
that's true.
Yeah, we can't just, bury our heads in the sand and
Yeah.
pretend these challenges don't exist.
Right.
It's going to take, a lot of open discussion, thoughtful regulation,
Yeah.
maybe even a rethinking of
Yeah.
how we value and protect creativity
Totally.
in the digital age.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
It's going to be fascinating to see how this all unfolds.
Mm-hmm.
For Sora,
Right.
for the broader AI landscape.
Yeah.
But before we get ahead of ourselves,
Yeah.
let's zoom back in on Sora's potential impact.
Okay.
We've talked a bit about like the concerns, the downsides.
Yeah.
But what about, the positive side?
Right.
What are some ways that it could change things for the better?
Well, I think for starters,
Yeah.
think about all the industries
Mm-hmm.
that rely heavily on video content.
Right.
We're talking filmmaking,
Yeah.
advertising,
Mhm.
education, marketing,
Oh, yeah.
even things like personal branding, social media.
Right.
Imagine the possibilities when you remove those technical barriers
Yeah.
to video creation
Right.
and empower anyone
Yeah.
with an idea to bring that vision to life.
Yeah. I mean, that's where it gets really interesting to me. We're talking about
Yeah.
democratizing video creation,
Yes.
making it accessible
Yeah.
that people who might not have like the resources or the technical skills
Exactly.
to create, high quality videos right now.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where Sora's potential for
Yeah.
positive disruption
Yeah.
really shines.
I agree.
Think about, small businesses
Yeah.
that can now create, compelling marketing videos.
Right.
Educators developing, engaging lessons,
Yeah.
or even just individuals
Mhm.
sharing their stories,
Yeah.
connecting with audiences
Right.
in new ways.
Yeah, it's almost like
Yeah.
Sora's leveling the playing field,
Right.
giving everyone a voice
Yeah.
in a medium that's traditionally been
Yeah.
pretty exclusive.
It's definitely shaking things up.
Yeah.
And that can be a good thing.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, there are challenges to address,
Right.
potential pitfalls to avoid.
Sure.
But I think the excitement surrounding Sora
Yeah.
is a testament to the transformative power it holds.
I think you're right. It feels like we're witnessing a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
Not just for video creation,
Right.
but for the way we communicate and interact with the world around us.
It's a bit like the early days of the internet.
Oh yeah.
We can sense the potential,
Yeah.
but we're still figuring out
Yeah.
how it's all going to play out.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely on the edge of my seat to see where this goes.
I am too.
But before we get too carried away,
Yeah.
I want to hear more about what this means for you, the listener.
I'm curious too.
Yeah.
What excites you about Sora?
Yeah.
What concerns you?
Yeah.
And how do you see it impacting your own life?
Right. Yeah.
Either personally or professionally.
Yeah.
We'll explore those questions and more
Okay.
as we continue our deep dive.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it's fascinating to think about how Sora could impact our everyday lives. You know, we touched on some of the professional applications,
Yeah.
but think about like
Yeah.
how you personally interact with video.
Okay.
Like what comes to mind?
Honestly, I think most of my video creation is pretty simple stuff,
Yeah.
like birthday wishes for friends,
Yeah.
quick vacation recaps for family, that kind of thing.
Right.
But even those
Right.
require learning some like
Uh-huh.
clunky software or app,
Oh, for sure.
and it feels like a barrier.
I agree.
Yeah.
Creating even a simple video right now
Mm-hmm.
can be like so time consuming
Yeah.
and technically challenging.
Yeah.
But Sora could potentially change all that.
Yeah.
You mentioned birthday wishes.
Yeah.
Imagine being able to just like quickly type out a fun scene
Yeah.
with a dancing cake and a personalized message,
Yeah.
and bam,
Yeah.
you know, a custom video is ready to share.
Now that you mention it, I could have used that for my niece's birthday last week.
Okay.
She would have loved
Mhm.
a video with like a unicorn flying over her birthday cake or something.
I bet.
So are we talking about like
Uh,
replacing things like birthday cards
Potentially.
with AI generated videos?
It's certainly possible.
Yeah.
And as the technology evolves, I
Yeah.
mean, the applications could become even more sophisticated.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine crafting like personalized educational videos for your kids,
Oh, wow.
you know, based on their interests,
Yeah.
or creating interactive stories that adapt to their choices.
Interactive stories.
Yeah.
That's next level.
It's kind of like having a personal Hollywood studio at your fingertips.
Right.
Yeah.
But with all this like creative power,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, aren't there like ethical concerns?
Right.
What's to stop people from using Sora for
Yeah.
like less wholesome purposes?
It's a valid concern.
Yeah.
Like any powerful tool, there's always a risk of misuse.
Right.
The spread of misinformation is a big one.
Right.
You know, imagine someone creating these realistic looking videos
Oh, yeah.
that are designed to deceive or manipulate.
Oh, right. Like
Yeah.
like deep fakes.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember all those concerns when those first started
Yeah.
appearing online, it seems like.
Yeah.
Like we're entering a whole new era
Yeah.
of potential for things to be faked.
Exactly. And
Mhm.
and OpenAI is very aware of these potential pitfalls.
Okay.
They've emphasized content moderation from the beginning,
Good.
but it's an ongoing challenge
Yeah,
that requires constant vigilance,
Yeah.
you know, both from developers
Yeah.
and from users.
It's not a like set it and forget it
Right.
situation.
No, definitely not.
It sounds like it requires a lot of responsibility
Right.
from everyone involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Open dialogue and collaboration,
Right.
you know, between tech companies, policymakers,
Yeah.
the public. It's crucial.
Totally.
We need to be proactive about addressing those ethical challenges
Yeah.
and establishing clear guidelines
I
for responsible use.
That makes sense.
It's not just about the technology.
Right.
It's about how we choose to use it as a society.
I agree. And you know,
Huh.
it strikes me that Sora isn't just like a standalone tool.
Right.
It's part of this much larger trend, like
Yeah.
this explosion of AI powered creativity that
Right.
we're seeing everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, we've got ChatGPT generating text,
Wow.
DALL-E creating images,
Yeah.
and now Sora bringing videos to life.
It's amazing.
It seems like almost every creative field
yeah.
is being touched by AI in some way.
It's like we're on the cusp of like a whole new era for creative expression.
Yeah.
One where the line between
Right.
human and machine is becoming increasingly blurred.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the pace of innovation is just like
right now.
mind-boggling.
It's great.
What seems groundbreaking today
Yeah.
might be considered like rudimentary in a few years.
Oh,
It
totally.
makes you wonder like what the future holds for creative fields.
It's both exciting and a bit daunting, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Like on one hand,
Yeah.
we have all these incredible tools at our disposal,
Right.
but on the other hand,
Yep.
we're still grappling with the implications.
Yeah.
You know, both good and bad.
I think that's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
We're in this like uncharted territory.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's up to us to navigate it responsibly and thoughtfully.
I agree.
Sora, in many ways,
Yeah.
is like a microcosm
Right.
of this larger AI revolution.
Yeah, it really makes you think.
It does.
But before we go too deep into
No.
like existential pondering, I wanna bring it back to
Yeah.
you, the listener.
Yes, let's shift gears for a moment.
Okay.
We've been discussing Sora from
Ah.
a somewhat abstract perspective,
Right.
but
Yeah.
how do you see this technology impacting your life?
Yeah.
Are you excited about the possibilities?
Yeah.
Are you feeling apprehensive?
Right.
What are your biggest takeaways so far?
I feel like we've really covered a lot of ground
Yeah, yeah.
in our in our deep dive on Sora. You know, from the technical like nuts and bolts
Right.
to the wider like societal impact.
Totally.
It's pretty clear that this technology
Yeah.
has the potential to be like a game changer.
Yeah, for sure.
But like we've talked about,
Yeah.
it also comes with a lot of challenges and questions that we as a society need to kind of address.
A lot to process.
Yeah,
Right.
it is. It is. Yeah.
I mean, we've gone from imagining
Yeah.
robot dogs walking
Yeah.
through futuristic cities to pondering the ethics of AI birthday greetings.
and everything in between.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been a really eye-opening conversation for me.
Yeah, me too.
And I hope it's been the same for you listening.
Uh-huh.
So as we reach the end
Yeah.
of our Sora deep dive, I'm curious, like, what are your big takeaways? Like, what's sticking with you?
I think for me, it all circles back to this
Yeah.
idea of democratization.
Okay.
So REST could really level the playing field
Yeah.
when it comes to video creation. Think about all the people out there who have like these incredible stories to tell, stories that might never
Yeah.
see the light of day
Yeah.
because of, the technical or financial hurdles
Right.
of traditional video production.
Right.
Sora could really change that.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's exciting to think about,
Uh,
the potential for individual voices to be amplified,
yeah.
new perspectives to emerge,
Right.
just for creative expression to flourish
Yeah.
in ways that we haven't even like imagined yet.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
I mean, we've talked about the impact on
Yeah.
filmmaking, education, marketing,
Yeah.
even just like personal storytelling.
All right.
But who knows
Yeah.
what other applications will emerge as the technology evolves.
It's almost like we're
Yeah.
standing on the edge of this vast uncharted territory filled with both, promise and peril.
Mhm.
But we're not just passive observers here, are we?
Yeah.
We get to
You get to choose.
choose how we engage with this technology
Absolutely.
and shape its future.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's what makes this conversation so
Yeah.
important.
Right.
It's not just about
Uh-huh.
marveling at the technical wizardry.
Yeah.
It's about, understanding the implications,
Mm-hmm.
grappling with the ethical dilemmas,
Right. Yeah.
and making informed choices
Totally.
about how we want AI to be integrated into our lives.
And those choices start with asking questions.
Yeah.
Like, what excites you about Sora? What concerns you?
Right.
What safeguards do you think are necessary to ensure responsible use?
Those are the questions we all need to be asking ourselves.
Yeah.
The future of AI is not,
Uh-huh.
preordained.
Right.
It's something we're actively shaping
Right.
through our decisions and actions.
So to leave you with one final thought,
Yeah.
how might Sora or AI video generation tools in general,
Yeah.
change the way you interact with
Right.
or create video content
Uh-huh.
in the future?
Mhm.
Will you embrace it as a tool for creative expression?
Yeah.
Will you be like cautious watching from the sidelines or maybe, somewhere in between?
Whatever your approach, I think we can all agree that
Yeah.
the world of video
Yeah.
is on the verge of a major transformation.
Yeah, I think so too.
And it's going to be fascinating to see how it all unfolds.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep imagining.